Let me ask you something you probably haven't considered. Have you ever noticed your dog flinching, freezing, licking its lips, or quietly pulling away when you reach out to pet it, even slightly? If this has happened even once, you're about to discover something that could completely change your relationship with your dog. Because what most owners don't realize is this: there are specific spots on your dog's body that cause stress, anxiety, and discomfort when touched. And you're probably touching those very spots every day without realizing it. In this video, I'll cover the science of canine touch sensitivity, the places you should never pet your dog, why these areas are problematic, and most importantly, where dogs actually want to be touched. This isn't just about being gentle. This is about understanding your dog's neurology and respecting its boundaries. Let's get started. Why touch sensitivity matters. Before we get into specific body parts, you need to understand why this matters from a scientific standpoint. Dogs communicate discomfort through subtle body language that most owners completely miss. They're not being dramatic or difficult. Their nervous system is wired differently than ours, and certain touch triggers involuntary stress responses. When you repeatedly touch areas that make your dog uncomfortable, several things happen. First, cortisol, the stress hormone, increases. Over time, chronic stress from unwanted touch can affect their immune system, behavior, and trust in you. Second, your dog starts associating your presence with discomfort. They might still love you, but they'll become touch avoidant, moving away when you reach for them or tolerating pets without actually enjoying them. Third, and this is important, uncomfortable touch can lead to defensive behaviors. Dogs who feel their boundaries are constantly violated may eventually snap or bite, not because they're aggressive, but because all their polite signals were ignored. Understanding where not to touch your dog isn't about walking on eggshells. It's about creating a relationship where your dog genuinely enjoys physical affection instead of just tolerating it. Spot number 1. The top of the head. The most common mistake owners make is patting dogs on top of the head. This seems like the most natural gesture in the world. Kids do it, adults do it, strangers do it. But here's the scientific truth. Most dogs don't enjoy it. Here's why head pats are problematic. When your hand comes from above, your dog can't fully see what you're doing. This triggers a natural defensive reflex because in the wild, threats come from above. Birds of prey, larger predators, falling objects. Neurologically, dogs have a blind spot directly above their head. When something enters that blind spot and makes contact, it activates their startle response, even if they know it's you. Watch your dog's body language during head pats. You'll often see rapid blinking, lip licking, head ducking, eyes looking away, or freezing. These are all stress signals. A study published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior found that dogs showed more stress signals during overhead petting than petting from the side or underneath. The data is clear. Most dogs tolerate head pats, but they don't actually like them. So what should you do instead? Dogs prefer being touched on the side of the face, under the chin, or on the chest. These areas are visible to them, feel less threatening, and actually trigger pleasure responses. Try this experiment. Pet your dog on top of the head, then stop. Then pet them under the chin and see which one makes them lean into your hand. That's your answer. Spot number 2. The tail and tail base. A dog's tail is packed with nerve endings and is one of the most sensitive areas of their body. It's not just decorative, it's a communication tool, balance, organ, and emotional indicator all in one. Touching, grabbing, or pulling a dog's tail causes immediate discomfort for most dogs. Even gentle touches near the tail base can make dogs flinch or tense up. Here's why. The tail is an extension of the spine and contains muscles, nerves, and vertebrae that are incredibly sensitive to touch. It's similar to someone touching your spine directly. It doesn't hurt necessarily, but it feels invasive. Some dogs do enjoy light scratches at the very base of the tail, right where it meets the back, but this is only after deep trust is established. And even then, many dogs prefer you avoid this area entirely. The safest approach is to leave the tail alone unless your dog clearly shows they enjoy that specific touch. Most don't. Signs your dog dislikes tail touching include pulling the tail down or tucking it, moving away, turning to look at your hand, or tensing their entire back end. Spot number 3. The paws. Dogs instinctively protect their paws because they're essential for survival. Paws provide mobility, defense, digging capability, and stability. When you grab or squeeze paws without their consent, many dogs feel threatened. Watch what happens when you reach for your dog's paw. Do they pull it back? Do their ears go back? Do they start licking their lips? These are signs they don't like it. This becomes a real problem during grooming. Dogs who have had their paws grabbed repeatedly without proper desensitization often develop nail trimming, anxiety, fear of grooming, and resistance to paw handling. The solution is gradual desensitization. Start by simply touching the paw gently for 1 second, then immediately reward. Build up slowly over days or weeks. This creates positive associations instead of forcing compliance. Never grab a dog's paw suddenly or squeeze it. If you need to handle paws for medical or grooming reasons, do it slowly, gently, and with lots of positive reinforcement. Spot number 4. The belly. Sometimes. This one confuses people because we've been told that belly exposure means a dog wants belly rubs. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes, absolutely not. Dogs roll over for 2 completely different reasons. Reason 1, I trust you and want affection. Reason 2, I'm being submissive and feel nervous. Here's how to tell the difference. A dog who wants belly rubs has loose, relaxed muscles, soft eyes, a wagging or relaxed tail, and might even wiggle around playfully. A dog showing submission will freeze with stiff legs, avoid eye contact, keep the tail tucked or still, and hold their breath. Their body is tense, not relaxed. If you rub the belly of a nervous, submissive dog, you're not bonding. You're reinforcing their anxiety and making them more uncomfortable. Always check body language before assuming belly exposure is an invitation. Watch the eyes, the tail, and the muscle tension. A truly happy dog makes it obvious. A stressed dog tries to appease you while hoping you'll stop. Spot number 5. The ears. Dog ears are incredibly sensitive, full of nerve endings, blood vessels, and temperature sensors. They're also emotional indicators. Ear position tells you a lot about how a dog is feeling. Touching ears without warning, especially from behind or with too much pressure, can startle dogs and feel uncomfortable. Some dogs do love gentle ear massages, but only after trust is built and only when done correctly. The problem areas are grabbing ears suddenly, pulling or tugging playfully, rubbing too hard, and touching from behind where they can't see your hand coming. If your dog enjoys ear touches, they'll lean into your hand, close their eyes, and relax. If they pull away, flatten their ears, or turn their head, they don't like it. Always approach ear touching slowly, from the front where they can see you, and use gentle pressure. If your dog moves away, respect that boundary. Spot number 6. The collar area. This is one of the most frequently mishandled areas. People grab dogs by the collar to control them, move them, or correct them. But here's the emotional and physical reality. Being grabbed by the neck is one of the most stressful sensations for a dog. Think about it. In nature, Neck grabbing is how predators kill prey. It's how dogs fight each other. It's a threat signal. Even though your dog knows you're not attacking them, the instinctive reaction is still there. When you grab a dog by the collar, you'll often see freezing, rapid lip licking, whale eye where you see the whites of their eyes, lowered head, or fast breathing. These are stress signals. Repeatedly grabbing the collar erodes trust and can make dogs collar shy, meaning they duck away when you reach for them or become anxious when you touch that area. If you need to guide your dog, use a leash or teach them to follow hand signals. Never yank or grab the collar area forcefully. Spot number 7, the muzzle. The muzzle, including the nose, mouth, and whiskers, is one of the most sensitive and intimate areas of a dog's body. In dog language, touching another dog's muzzle is either a sign of dominance, a threat, or reserved for deeply bonded companions. Most dogs will tolerate muzzle touching from their owners, but tolerance isn't the same as enjoyment. If you cup their muzzle, hold their mouth closed, tap their nose, or frequently boop their nose, you might be making them uncomfortable. Signs they don't like it include pulling their head away, closing their mouth tightly, licking their nose repeatedly, or turning their entire head to avoid your hand. Dogs use their muzzle and whiskers to navigate the world. These whiskers, called vibrissae, are sensory organs that detect air currents and help with spatial awareness. Touching them can be disorienting. Let your dog decide if muzzle touching is welcome. Most prefer you avoid this area entirely. Spot number 8, the hug zone. Humans show love through hugs. Dogs show love through leaning, tail wagging, eye contact, and gentle body contact. But being wrapped in arms can feel restrictive and overwhelming to many dogs. Research from the University of British Columbia analyzed photos of people hugging dogs and found that over 80% of dogs showed visible stress signals during hugs. These included looking away, lowered ears, lip licking, and tense facial muscles. This doesn't mean your dog doesn't love you. It means their communication style is different. They prefer side-by-side affection, not face-to-face restraint. Some dogs do tolerate or even enjoy gentle hugs from their trusted humans, but very few actually like being hugged by strangers or children. If a child runs up and hugs your dog, watch carefully for stress signals and intervene if needed. Dogs generally prefer leaning against you, sitting near you, or making contact on their terms, rather than being held, where dogs actually want to be touched. Now, let's talk about the good spots, the areas where most dogs genuinely enjoy being touched. The chest and shoulders are usually safe zones. These areas feel comforting, and your dog can see your hand approaching. Long, slow strokes here are calming. Under the chin is another favorite. This area is often neglected, but most dogs will lean into chin scratches because it's hard for them to reach themselves. Behind the ears, not on top of them, is usually enjoyable. Gentle massages here can be very soothing. The sides of the neck and cheeks are also good options. These are visible, comfortable, and non-threatening areas. But here's the most important rule. Let your dog guide you. Pay attention to what they lean into, where they position their body, and what makes them relax versus tense up. Every dog is different. Some love back scratches, others don't. Some enjoy butt scratches near the tail, others hate it. Your job is to observe and respond to your individual dog's preferences. Reading the signals. Dogs will never say, "Stop touching me there," but they communicate clearly through body language. Here are the signals that mean "I don't like this." Looking away or avoiding eye contact. Freezing or going still. Lip licking, especially rapid or repeated. Yawning when they're not tired. Ears pulled back or flattened. Moving away, even just slightly. Whale eye, where you see the whites of their eyes, closing the mouth tightly, holding their breath, lowering their head or body. These are polite ways of saying, "I'm uncomfortable. Please stop." If you respect these signals, your dog will trust you more. If you ignore them, your dog becomes more anxious, withdrawn, and less affectionate over time. Most people aren't trying to make their dogs uncomfortable. They just don't know how to read the signals. Once you learn this silent language, everything changes. The next time you reach out to pet your dog, remember 3 things. Let them choose the spot, move slowly, and watch their response. And respect their boundaries without taking it personally. When your dog feels understood and respected, something beautiful happens. They trust you completely, and they actually enjoy your touch instead of just tolerating it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more science-based dog content and drop a comment telling me what's your dog's favorite spot to be petted. Share your experiences below and let's learn from each other.